What do you need to be working on this week? Stick around. It's time for the weekly wisdom. Hello, everyone. You are listening to or watching the Manifest on Purpose show. I am the host of that show, Kimbaley, and I am here to guide you into a higher state of awareness. Thank you so much for joining, sharing your time and energy with me today. Thank you for all of those you invite, and thank you for subscribing here and on the website at Kimbaley.com. That's KIMBALEY.com. The God in me loves the God in you. We're going to get into this weekly wisdom today, but before we get into that, let's hear our Astro-Numerology forecast for today, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. It is Sunday, November the 17th. The sun is in Scorpio. The moon is in Gemini. It's a 1 universal month, a 4 universal week, a 9 universal day. You have several options at your disposal today, all financially related. In one sense, it's a good day to cut back on wasteful spending, especially on impulsive ones. Also, it's a good day to put the kind of plans in motion that relate to savings or future growth. And if you have plans to travel in the not so distant future, you couldn't have chosen a better day than to start putting money aside in preparation for some kind of long distance travel. Finally, donate in some kind of way to the less fortunate and give thanks for what you already have. Aries, Scorpio, Leo, and those born on the 9th, the 18th, and the 27th of any month are the ones to bring that spark of motivation and inspiration. Once again, that is the Astro-Numerology forecast for today, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. You can get that forecast every day. Just download the app. Go to astar8.com, ASTAR, the number 8.com, or you can get it on Google Play or the App Store. You can also get it at linktree/numbers and you. We are entering into a transformative year for 2025. This is going to be the year of the 9. You need to have a roadmap in place. You can get that roadmap by getting your astronumerology forecast for the year, and you can get that at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. And while you're there, you can also pick up your personal report, your compatibility report, or a business report. And you can also book a consultation to get deep down to the bottom of who you are, what your purpose is. Once again, that's Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. And you are invited on Wednesday, January the 1st, 2025, for a vision board mastery. That's where you will be able to manifest 2025 on purpose. In this session, you will learn the power of visualization. You will learn visualization tips and techniques, and you will also learn how to create the vision board, and you will create your very own vision board. And once you create that, you'll have interactive share where you can speak your intentions into existence. And we will conclude with a guided visualization so that you can plant the seeds of 2025 in fertile soil. To learn more about that, please click the QR code on the flyer, or you can also go to Kimbaley.com. Now let's get into this weekly wisdom. And I'm going to just tell you what the weekly wisdom is first for the purposes of those who are attending for the first time. In the weekly wisdom, I intuitively read the energy and what the focus should be for the week ahead. I do this through using Oracle deck and the numerology of the week. I'll do a general reading, and also I will go by birthday numbers and give each birthday number the personal reading for their personal focus for the week. If you need to know how to find your birthday number, I'm going to explain that to you now. Your birthday number is simple. It's the day that you were born on. So if you're born on the 4th of the month, your birthday number is a 4. However, if you're born on the 13th of the month, 1 plus 3 equals 4. So your birthday number will still be a 4 for the person that is born on the 13th. So that's how you get your birthday number. And I will also include the zodiac signs. You may pick up energy from your birthday number or your zodiac sign, or you may pick up energy from just your zodiac sign or just your birthday sign. Just take what resonates with you and roll with that. Today, I'm going to pull out a different deck, another one of my favorites. It is the Gypsy deck. And this is a fun little deck. And I'm also going to use the Trust Your Vibes deck. And so what I will be doing is I will be pulling from both of these decks. The Trust Your Vibe deck is going to be the deck that's going to tell you what to do about whatever reading comes up. So we're going to start with the reading, the general reading for the week. And the general reading for the week, this is the focus for everyone. And that was a tough one. Cards were flying all over the place. So this means there's a lot going on this week. I'm under the impression, and this is the number 38 card. I'm under an impression that this week, some of you may be feeling down about some things. You may be going through some things in your mind and you're not sure what direction you should be going in. And you can't figure it out, but your energy just feels misplaced at this moment. It feels like your energy is being drained. And according to the cards, the enemy card comes up. That's the number 1 card. And by this being the number 1 card, it's telling me that in some ways you have the ability to be your own worst enemy. And the way that you become your worst enemy is by number 1, the things that you say about and to yourself. And number 2, the things you allow other people to say about, to, or to yourself, or even in your environment. So this is letting me know that it's possibly people around you. And the thief card comes up. This is the number 4. It may seem a little strange to you, but these people are coming around you, and these are the people that are draining your energy. These are the energy vampires in your life. With these people around you, it's dragging you down energetically. It's like they may not even recognize it, but it's the things that they're saying. It's the energy, the frequency, the vibration that they bring into your presence that's really draining you down. It's nothing wrong with you, nothing other than you allowing this energy into your space. So now it's time for you to shake your energy up because there's hope. And the way that you're going to shake this energy up is through your faith and your belief. And this is the number 8 card. Means by this being the number 8 card, it's letting me know that you need to stick to what you've been doing prior to all of this. You knew that you were an unlimited being before all of these people ever came around you. You knew that you were able to achieve anything you wanted to until you started hearing these things from the other people. And understand me, these people are not doing this to you purposely or intentionally, but a lot of times these people just feel like they have to drop their baggage off on someone else. And since you are the closest to them, the one that's always around them, they feel like, oh, this person is so good. They'll listen to me. This is the only person that pays attention to me. So, boom, you become the dump site for all of their negative energy. Now they're going around feeling lighthearted and feeling good. And you have all of this weight on you. And the worst part about it is it's not even your weight. So this is saying you need to watch the people that you are around and how much space you allow them in your life this week. Look at the people and see who is actually being negative in your environment and who's bringing something positive to you. The ones that are bringing something positive to you and encouraging you are the ones that you really need to stick to. So now we're going to read the Trust Your Vibes deck to see how you need to get through this week. 5, call on your healer guides. And because the number 5 is a number about changement, flexibility, and movement. One thing that brings healing to you is that you got to move around. You got to be bobbing and weaving. You don't have time to stay in one place because when you're in this one place, you're going to continue to draw this stagnant energy. You're going to have to move out from under the dark cloud and move around and mingle with other people that have positive things to say about you, positive things in your life. And you need to start focusing on healing self. And one of the ways that you can really heal self is through going into meditation and really pumping those positive affirmations within you. Bring up and stir up those things that you already know about yourself so that you can drown out that negative energy that's making you feel down, that's making you feel low, that's keeping you in the dumps. So now we're going to go on with the number 1 card. You are a number 1 birthday if you're born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th of the month, or if you're a Leo, Aquarius, or Aries. What's your focus? Conversation. This is your self-talk, guys. Number 1, your conversations with yourself needs to be positive. When you talk to yourself, who's listening? Yourself. So pay attention to the things that you say about yourself, even when you're joking, because a lot of times people feel like that just because they're joking, like, good, and you think that's a joke or whatever, but the subconscious mind is really believing that and taking your word for it, because subconscious really trusts the information that you give to it. So you need to be telling a good story about yourself. You need to get in. When I'm hearing conversation, I'm feeling that you need to be in the energy of visualization. And in this visualization, you need to be focused on telling somebody something positive about you, a positive story about yourself. And you need to continue to play this. This is the four card. And this four card is saying you need to do things a little bit differently. Pay attention to what you're saying to yourself and what you're saying to others about yourself and what you allow them to say about yourself. This is conversations in general. Be careful about what you agree to, because sometimes when you don't agree to something, you agree to something and you just don't realize it yet. Mm. Fake it till you make it is the card that you need to get through. And this is the nine card right here. Even if you're not in that space where you feel like you can say anything positive, just say some things that you want to hear people say to you that are positive. You don't have to be feeling it at the moment, but if you continue to say these things, it will become a belief to you. Esther Hicks says that a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. So you're going to have to keep thinking about those things that you say to yourself and what others could be saying to yourself to create positive beliefs about you. And then you got an entire belief system that elevates your self esteem. Okay. So now we're going to go on to the number two. And the number two people are born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, and the 29th of the month. Also born under the sign of Cancer. And this is a number 47 card, number 11. And this is the reunion card. Mm. Sometimes you can get so caught up in life that you forget who you are. This card is letting me know that it is time for you a reunion. It is time for you to have a reunion, and this reunion is with yourself, with your true self, your authentic self. A lot of times, because this is a two card, we get in these groups and we get under delusion of what other people think of us and who other people think we are. And we get so deep and trapped in that illusion that you can forget who you actually are. This is the time for you to get in touch with self. And once again, this goes back to mindfulness. Sitting with yourself in the morning, not doing anything, just sitting there, getting to know yourself, going out for a walk, just thinking, being out in nature. You'd be amazed at all of the things that you will find out just being in nature and just watching nature. Because I always say, if you want to know how we should be, we need to take nature as our first example. So this is time for you to get deep down into who I am. Has this group of people changed my identity? And if they have changed my identity, what can I do to get back to the root of who I am? That's what you need to focus on this week. And the trust your vibe is going to tell me how. Walk it off. Walk it off. And this is the number two, the 28. This is the number one card. And what this is saying to you, number two, is that whenever you feel that you are not being authentically who you are, then you need to step away. If you're in a space that does not allow you to be your authentic self, then that is not your space. You need to go. I'm hearing the word freedom. You need to be in a space where you're free to be you. You know how people say, free to be me? That's what you need to be in this moment right here. And it goes back to talking about our very first card, the card of the week, feeling down, but not because of yourself, because of the influence of others. So it's focused on, don't let others influence who you really are. Okay, that's deep. Number two. Number three, born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, and the 30th of the month. Pisces or Sagittarius. Mm, I caught you. Mm, it's a surprise coming your way. Number three. And this is the number 7 card. The number, when I look at the number three, the number three is a number of expression. Mm. And threes like to express themselves in a creative way, you know, and threes love to express themselves. But what this card is telling me, since this is the number 7, is you will be surprised at the information that will come through to you, and you will be surprised how your creativity will be heightened by actually listening to yourself. So this means that although you're very expressive, don't forget to take time to shh, quiet time to yourself. And you need that because so much is going out that you miss a lot of the surprises coming in. So make sure that you take that time to be to yourself. No matter how expressive you're feeling, you're still going to need that time to yourself, that time to be alone, because that can be mentally draining too. When you have to be the entertainer for so many people, and you really don't get a lot of time for yourself because you're busy being entertaining and creative for everyone else. So let's see what this card. And it's saying expect the best. This is your card. Matter of fact, this is a 21-3 card. Expect the best. No matter what you're doing, you have to remember at your core, you are to be optimistic. You are the one that should be expecting the best. And you're not just expecting the best for you, you are lighting that fire in everybody else. That's why it's necessary for you to go within, because you have to recharge as well. So let's go on to the number 4 card, being on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st, Aquarius or Leo. Oh, okay. Thought. This is the number 14 card. 1 and 4 and 5. 1 and 4 is 5. And this is for the number 4 card. And this makes perfect sense. Number 4, you're all in your head about something. It's like you don't know which way you should move. Should you go left or should you go right? But the point is, you're all in your head. And the key to this is you need to take a step back, because the more you think, the more confusing things will be for you. This is the time to clear those thoughts by sitting down, going through those thoughts that you're thinking. Write a list. 4 is like list on the left side. What's the positive on the right side? What's the not so positive? And weigh out the solutions of these thoughts that you have. And it's so interesting that the number four card got a number five card because both of these numbers are air numbers. So it's no surprise that you are all in your head trying to make a decision. And the one thing that I'm hearing is no matter what decision you make, if you make a decision, it's going to go right for you. So don't waste your time spending it in so much thought. And the card that's going to get you through this is, oh, be grateful. This is the number seven card. The energy that I'm feeling for this is be grateful that you have more than one option available to you. And just know that each option is a good option. So don't look at it as good or bad. Just look at the results and consequences that could come from either or. And you make a decision based on what you feel and be thankful and grateful for the outcome of it. Number five. Okay, number five. The lover card. The lover card is like you got love on your mind. This is this is the number one card because it's the 37 card. And what this energy is telling me that apparently you're entering into a new stage where you're aligning with the manifestation of a relationship, or you could be bringing your family back together, or you could be falling more in love with yourself. Also, I want to look at this card as something new in your life because when we think about something new, we think about you could start a new business. You could be starting a new project. This right here is really letting you know that it is time for you to go ahead and make your move. Make your move, whatever it is. Mm, just remember to breathe. And this is another one card. Be Remember to breathe. No matter what happens, just step back and take a breath. Don't be too focused on what you are trying to attract and what you desire. A lot of people don't know about desperation, trying to align with manifestation through desperation, because when you are aligning with manifestation out of desperation, you're going to manifest desperate results. So this is saying take a breath and wait for it to happen. It's coming, but it may not come exactly when you want it to. But just know that during this time, you have time to focus on self. Card number six. This is if you're born on the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th of the month, or come under Libra or Taurus. That's why the card wouldn't fall out, because it was waiting for me. This is the doctor card. 7. This is saying that there may be some kind of healing that needs to take place first. And what I'm feeling is subconscious healing. There may be some trauma that may be keeping you away from some of the things that you desire. So, subconsciously, you really need to take time to find out what is it that may be holding you back from what it is that you want. And let's see what the advice for the week says. Mm, be generous. Number 6, this means that you may have been holding on to something that you need to let go of. And because this is a number 50 card, which breaks down to 5, this is letting me know that you are going to have to, whatever it is that you are seeking in your life, let's just say, because we had the lover card earlier, I'll use that example. Let's just say that a relationship is what you are desiring, you're going to have to be able to give love in order to receive love. And that's where the area of your healing is. Now, it may not necessarily be love for you, but that is the example. So, number 6, if it's a financial reason or if it is involving money, then you need to be willing to give in order to receive, because everything in the universe flows in cycles, and you have to be willing first to be generous with whatever you want to receive in order to receive it. You have to give that to someone else. So just remember that. So if you close off what you're looking to attract, you'll never attract it because that energy is closed off. Like energy attract. So if you're still in that stage of being broken or hurt, that's what you will attract because that's what you are giving generously. However, if you change that to love, then that is what you will begin to attract. Now we're going to go on to the number 7. And 7 is born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of the month, and it comes under the sign of Cancer. Number 7, you got the wedding card. And this card is the number 7 card because it's 25. This is the number 7 card because it is the 25. And what this card is saying for you, number 7, there could be a wedding involved, but a lot of times these things are symbolic. What this could also mean is that you need to get married to your intentions. That means you need to commit to the intentions that you are setting. And the way that you commit to your intentions is, first of all, making sure that you're setting your intentions in the proper way. You need to make sure that they're clear. You need to make sure that they are specific. And not only that, you need to believe that these intentions will work for you. Think about all of the key components in a marriage. These are the things that you need to think about for your intentions. You need to have passion for those intentions. You need to stick with them. Don't be wishy washy, going back and forth with your intentions. You need to make a commitment to those intentions. And in the first place, you need to believe that you can have these things that you want. It has to be believable to you because, after all, you have to make the subconscious mind believe. And how can you convince the subconscious mind to believe something that you don't believe in? Mm. And the vibe check card came. Mm. And this is the number 3 card. And we talk about expression with the number 3. But another thing I want to talk about with this number 3 is expansion, your vibration. What are the vibrations around you? Are you vibrating on the same frequency of what your intention is? So, if your intention is for you to, let's say, get a car, a new car, are you vibrating on that intention right now? If your intention is for you to bring love into your life, are you vibrating that love? Because if you are, you're expanding it. Because we talk about these light energies have to come together in order for them to align with manifestation. And the reason why they're able to align with manifestation is because two is more than one. So if you got two doses of these energies coming together, it's going to expand the power of that one energy. So your energy coupled with the energy of whatever it is that you are intentionally trying to create in your life is going to expand. So make sure that you keep your vibrations intact. Make sure that you're always in that happy mood. Make sure that you take time out for joy, peace, and make sure that you are just being that thing that you want to attract, because we don't attract what we want, we attract who we are. Okay, so let's move on to the number 8. Born on the 8th, the 17th, and the 26th of the month. This just happens to be a number 8 day because it's the 17th. Okay, number 8. It's about the foe card is here. Number 8. And what this right here is telling me is stop fooling yourself, number 8. Stop fooling yourself. You are an unlimited being. Yes, this is able to happen to you. Yes, it is possible. Stop believing that it is not, or stop worrying about whether it is not. It's time for you to check your belief system. What I'm hearing from this card, and especially the number 8, is that for so long you've been doing things to tried and true. You know, you want to do it the way that grandmama did it and great great grandmama did it. You want to be able to do it the way that you've always heard that is supposed to be done. But time change, situations change, circumstances change, and the same thing that may apply to you now may not have applied to you back then. So you see what a difference comes in at? And it's because of subconscious programming. You need to take a look at your subconscious programming and see how your subconscious programming is fooling you. You may feel that because you've always been taught things should be done one way, that is the only way it should be done. But it's telling you to really open up. And this is the number 11 card. And this is talking about vision and visualization. It's like you may shut some things down because you've been focused on the old way of doing things. Listen to the visions that comes to you. Listen to the visions that comes to you from others. That's another thing too. Number 8, know that you can get help from others. There's other people that have great ideas too that can just help you out and probably are really grateful about being able to help you out. And so I'm going to help you out right now with the card that's going to tell you how to move through this week. Claim your boundaries. Hmm. And this is the number 6 card, and this is number 6 is favorable to the number 8. But this is what I'm hearing. You may be afraid to trust people. But the only thing that you have to do moving forward is just to set boundaries. Set plain and simple boundaries. Letting people know how much of you they can access you and how they can access you. Set those boundaries for yourself if you're afraid to get close to others. And once you set those boundaries, don't allow anyone to cross them. That way, you can connect with these people without giving up so much of yourself. Number nine, born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month, or come up under the sign of Scorpio or Aries, or should I say Aries first, then Scorpio. And not forget to say Capricorn for the number 8, I think. Constancy. This is for you, number 9, and this is a 3 card, the number 30. Constancy. This is saying that while your dial is saying, while your clock is saying it's time to go, this other clock is saying, hold it 1 minute. Make sure that you're being constant. Make sure that you're persistent in what you want to do. Instead of being so impulsive about the decision, get to know it first. Be constant with it. Continue to do it over and over again. Don't just jump up and do something out of the blue before you go all in with it. This right here is saying that even though it's not the most friendliest thing to the number 9, it's best to learn how to be patient. This is your big lesson, and this came out last week, number 9. You need to begin to become patient. Don't accept things for what they seem to be right away. Pay attention to the patterns that are happening around you. And in order to do that, you have to slow down just a little bit. Just a little bit. So let me see what this card is saying for you to do this week. This is like meditate. You see it, it's right there in bold words. It's the number 22 card. This right here means it's time for you to switch it up. It's time for you to sit down and meditate on things first. You have to be constant within yourself before you can be a constant in the things that's going on around you. So you're going to have to be patient. And no matter how hard it seems, you need to find a way to meditate, because meditation does not just come in one way. There's many ways that you can meditate. And number 9, it's time for you to find out what is the best way for you to meditate. And so that's the energy for the numbers 1 through 9 for the week. And we're going to go back to the overall of the week. You know, don't make yourself your worst enemy by allowing the things that are going on in your environment to completely distract you of who you really are. It's time for you to do things in a way that makes you happy and fulfills you. This is the week for you to be thinking about, who am I? And what can I do to make that even greater than what it is already? And what can I do to allow myself to never lose myself. Because sometimes when we get caught up in these groups or get caught up in different things, and it's easy to forget self. For example, the person that's always taking care of everybody else that loses sight of who they really are. It's easy to get caught up in that. And once you get caught up in that, you've forgotten who you are. So, what can you do this week to find out who you really are and to focus on that? Because you can't help anybody else until you tap into yourself. And let me just do the affirmation for the week. Hmm. In life, you will realize that there is a role for everyone you meet. Some will test you, some will use you, some will love you, and some will teach you. But the ones who are important are the ones who bring out the best in you. They're the rare and amazing people who remind you why it's worth it. So this week, you heard it. Make sure that the people that you are around and spend the most of your time with are the people who really get you and are the people that know that you are an amazing contribution to this universe. I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose.